In this video, I want to talk about some of the best LEGO collectible minifigures ever made, releasing in several of the different CMF sets over the years. The first minifigure I want to talk about is the Knight Protector, released in Series 22. This minifigure, released back in 2022, was a really cool looking minifigure for this line of characters, and its parts are often seen being used by Castle fans as some purple moon elf faction that works really well to differentiate your collection. The minifigure has a great torso piece depicting this elven style armor and dual molded arms, which isn't seen as often as something like dual molded legs, which are basically seen on every CMF at this point. Additionally, we saw exclusive translucent pieces for this minifigure, being the sword and shield piece, both looking really cool. The bluish headpiece is also a really nice minifigure head to variate the line of characters, with a slightly darker hairpiece as well. And all in all, it all comes together really well for this minifigure. In 2023, LEGO released a second series of Marvel superheroes in a CMF wave. And in this set we saw Moon Knight. And this is, in my opinion, one of the coolest and best Marvel minifigures ever made. Moon Knight is a really interesting Marvel character that got his rise to fame in the standalone Moon Knight miniseries, released in 2022. This minifigure accurately represents this beloved character, with immense detail all around, from arm printing, dual molded legs, and even side leg printing, something that was seen on several of these Marvel CMF characters. We also got what I believe is a brand new and unique hood piece, which works really well for this minifigure. Another licensed CMF set I want to look at is the 2018 Harry Potter CMF, which reintroduced Harry Potter to LEGO after so many years. Mad-Eye Moody was definitely the standout character in this set, with a great all-around design once again. The dual molded leg design on this minifigure is really interesting, as on the one side we have a blue molded piece and on the other a silver side, representing the peg leg seen on this character. This is also a really fun minifigure, as it has both the Mad-Eye Moody look as well as the Barty Crouch Jr. look, with a double-sided face representing this second character, and a piece representing the Polyjuice potion Barty uses to disguise himself as Mad-Eye Moody, the professor of Hogwarts. Of course, I have to look at some Castle minifigures, as these are to many the standout minifigures in each CMF set. The most recent minifigure is the Wolfpack Beastmaster, and this was instantly very well received and one of the best Castle minifigures ever made. The Wolfpack wasn't the biggest faction back in the day, but definitely beloved, and it was well overdue to get a proper modern version of this faction, and this minifigure definitely delivered really well. We got an updated torso design, a unique cape and new updated shield design, and we also saw a brand new wolf piece, which looks so good. Despite being still available on shelves, it is so difficult to actually get your hands on this one, and I only recently managed to get my hands on my very own Wolfpack minifigure, although I definitely want at least 3 of them, so I need to go look for them again. Another Castle CMF minifigure I really like and managed to get recently is the Falconer, released in Series 24 back in 2023. The Black Falcons is one of the most popular factions in the Castle's universe, and this is certainly one of the most unique Black Falcon minifigures ever made. We see a dual molded arm piece on this one, representing the glove required to hold the tamed falcon, and we get a new shape of the cape that works really well on this minifigure. One thing that I am not the biggest fan of about this minifigure is the bright red hairpiece that they used, and I found this alternative hairpiece that I prefer to use on one of my falconers, that in my opinion looks so much better on this character, both the shape and the color used. Regardless, the Falconer is still a really good Castle and CMF minifigure and one of my favorites in my collection. If you enjoy any of these kinds of videos, consider subscribing, as it supports this channel so much. In one of the more recent CMF sets, released last year in 2024, we have Orion, one of the minifigures in the Space CMF set. The Space CMF set wasn't as well received by the community, and some of these sets still appear in stores to this day, long after its retirement. Despite not really being a fan of space theme in LEGO really, and not the biggest fan of this CMF either, I think Orion is the one really cool and standout minifigure from this set, and one I plan on getting really soon. The celestial look of this character is really cool, and the brand new translucent shield piece with the Orion's belt print just looks really good for this character. It is a really nice minifigure in mainly the translucent purple pieces, something we don't really see with minifigures. And the silver torso piece depicting Orion's armor is really nice as well, and could definitely be used for a variety of custom minifigures too. Another CMF set that very recently retired is the Dungeons & Dragons CMF set, and this is the one that got me loving CMF characters in the first place. Similar to several castle minifigures in the different CMF waves, the Dragonborn Paladin was a minifigure that was almost never available in stores, and so many people rushed to get this one as quickly as possible, and I can understand why. The torso and leg piece on this one is easily one of the best knight's armor prints that we have ever seen, with all around detail on the arms, the legs and the side of the legs, and a brand new large armor piece as well. We saw the dragon headpiece in a new golden color, which fits really well with the bulky size of this minifigure and its armor piece. Additionally, we got a really nice blue shield piece with a stunning white dragon emblem, which once again fits perfectly with this minifigure. When I went to find this minifigure in store, I was lucky to find the last one before they were sold out, and to this day, in South Africa, you can't even find this minifigure on any Bricklink stores. It sold out so quickly. The world of collectible minifigures is incredibly diverse, with so many different sets and minifigures made under different licenses and themes, and definitely it is one of the best LEGO products right now. That being said, let me know what are your favorite collectible minifigures from these waves and which you would like to see in a part 2 of this video. Other than that, God bless you and cheers.